Libra, welcome back. We're here to do your update for the month of November 2022. Okay, we are going to have a mid-month. We're going to have a look at your overall energy, any psychic downloads I've got, messages from Spirit. Number one, oh God, that's a unique message to have. I didn't expect that. But anyhow, let's go with it. So you have the Twin Flame card. I have not had that in a while. Let's see, what have we got going on here? Now, number one is moving into the month of November. The spirit totem I was getting quite synchronistically was rebirth. Okay, so we're having a death and a rebirth. We're moving through a brand new chapter. We did get feather totem, and it does feel spiritually that you are connecting in, but it's almost like you're connecting in with your personal power. You're connecting in with your recharge, your confidence. You could be going through spiritual changes. And, I call it the reader aura effect. It's like the old you is dead and gone. It's like, you're casting it out, shedding skin. You're wanting to shake it up a little bit. There is this nervousness, and I am seeing it through your cards, where you're going to go through ebbs and flows of initially feeling great confidence, and then it's going to kind of go backwards, and it's going to feel as though, okay, have I bitten off a little bit more than I can chew? I feel it's about having faith in yourself this month. Even through turbulent waters, you can have faith in yourself. And there's a lot of chemistry here, Libra. There's a lot of sacral chakra energy that you're finding inside yourself, but you're also utilizing it and going to learn to utilize it more effectively. Now, the crowning energies overall for your month of November, even though we're doing a mid-month, we have the crown chakra. I do feel you need to hydrate a little bit more. I do feel there's some sense of confusion. I feel a lot of you are wanting the dream in the 3D, not just the 5D. So I do feel particularly where it comes to presence of love, feeling loved, feeling worthy, having the dream, getting your ideas off the ground. There could be some cloudy confusion in the initial stages, especially post-eclipse in Scorpio. Now, we are having another eclipse, and it is occurring on the 8th. I do have a video that does cover your star sign. So go through, and that's going to guide you through that process. I feel you're having the courage to deal with these circumstances, and this is the crystal to really support. I would say particularly you could find in the first few weeks, maybe it's necessary to go through a little bit of a detox. You could emotionally feel very passionate to do with circumstances. And again, it could be that feeling that you're wanting to get sexy back. You're wanting to get your life back on track. You're wanting to feel in more equilibrium and power. Now, your romance card. For some of you, it could be that you're having a very, very passionate yin and yang energy, and it can be a subject relating to your twin flame. I do feel particularly this can be reconciliations, especially for those of you that are single. There could be a time where you're reviewing, your belief systems to do with your life, your love life. But I do feel with harmonization with the heart chakra activation, I sort of feel as though you're needing to get into yin and yang, and it's having the confidence to know that you can attract things into your life on a manifestation level. We're going to read from the crystal, and then we're going to get straight into your cards. Now, I am using a new deck. I'll just scroll up. This is the new deck I'm pulling from, should you wish to use it. My daughter gave it to me for my birthday, and I felt it quite synchronistic. Orange has really been coming through quite heavily. Definitely we're getting it from the crystal coming through, from the feather totem, and all the colors of the cards. And I do feel it's because the Scorpio Mars energy is, it's sort of like the serpent rising, but we're trying to work out how to do that, especially because Mars is going retrograde. So I'll read from the crystal, and then we'll get into your general energy, love, and more. Okay, I feel you're trying to look at creativity. You're trying to work out how to really use your energy and fine-tune it. I feel you're trying to have courage with your life as well. So it's, some adverse situation you're currently dealing with that's really been nagging you. It's like you're trying to shake the cobwebs off, and you're trying to get back into that kind of normal Libra kind of harmonization. I do really feel by mid-month you will feel a little bit better. We do need to, at this point, just really get through to that eclipse, and then you can feel that you're more in that harmonization. Activity and creative minds, finalizing projects, realizing unlimited potential, improving visual skills, stimulating the courage to fulfill life's purpose and potential. And I feel that could be a big question mark over your head as we do move into the month. I feel as we move beyond the eclipse, you know, the dust should have settled and we can make some sense of it. But I really feel you're trying to simplify your life. I feel you're trying to, some of you could be going, right, I need to turn over a new leaf. I want to get my vibration back. I want to get fit. I want to be looking after myself. You do need to be careful though, because with Mars retrograde Libra, what you can find is, especially any, you know, physical exercise with the ninth house, I'm seeing that, you know, you could have strain. So just be careful of that. Be careful of your surroundings, especially because Mars did just go retrograde. Now, you're coming up in your general energy, really in your feels, right? You could be very, very intuitive. There could be subjects in your own life that are playing out and you're trying to find your place on the map. I do feel some of you are questioning. There could be a question mark over house, accommodation, family. It could be your children for some of you. I'm also feeling as though there is this feeling that you want to go into hermit mode, really unpack and digest what you're doing, how you're feeling. I also feel it's almost like this reflection, it's going to be deeply intuitive. I'm really not finding that the moon energy for you in this is a negative thing, providing you're listening to your intuition. I do feel people are going to come towards you in the month of November and want your advice. And I feel it's like you're showing up like a boss. You know, people maybe are looking at you probably better than what you're looking at yourself. And they're looking at you as a nurturing, understanding, maybe a person that can give good advice. So you can have some friends that are coming towards you. It could be your children. But there could be emotions that are playing out at home at the moment. I still don't get this as a negative energy. I do feel those of you that are maybe running home-based businesses, you could be maybe doing some crafts and looking at something that you could turn into a business. It could be that you're renting a home out, but whatever you're doing with home, there is a change there and it's going to take a lot more of your attention. And it could be that, again, you're wanting to go from being at home to shaking it up and getting out a little bit more. I'm going to relay this back to the other energies. For some of you, it could be that you're moving with someone. For some of you, it can be that your children are leaving the nest. I'm being shown a map and you're kind of like, okay, the old chapter is gone. What is this new chapter going to be? Where do I want to go from here? I do feel this charisma where you are ushering in, you know, romantic partnerships, especially for those of you with the lovers that you're single. You know, I do see blasts from the past coming back. It's going to take a little bit of time, though. You're going to have to give it time to ripen. Try to, especially for those of you that are reconciling or reconnecting with the person of the past, try to really take your time with that. Don't feel that you have to pick up where you left off. Get to a point that you're okay to be open with allowing things to plan out, pan out, flow. Because I do feel with this, it was funny because you got two cards in this domain of your romantic life. And with Mars retrograde, like, you could be more, there's going to be the yin and yang. Please go through and look at the Mars retrograde video and correlate it with your romantic interest star sign to see how they're going to react to you. Because I feel that can really be a toolkit for you in relation to this, especially with these two cards coming up for you in your star sign, okay? Because I feel there can be something that they're unpacking, something that they're resolving. I don't feel they've changed their mind on you. Some of you can be you know, really taking things through crosswise. You've got to be careful because I'm definitely seeing this person is having good intentions. Even though it's a night, my guides are showing me it is positive intentions. I'm hearing the term don't give up on love, whatever that dream is for you. And it's funny that we've got the twin flame card here. So this is going to be something that is going to be more in alignment with you. It's going to be more where you stand right now. Providing you can get yourself into balance, I do feel this is big changes, big plans. I do personally feel psychically what I'm sensing is there's a major change happening with them. They could be internalizing things, and you're really going to have to navigate the matrix of that. Try to not personalize it. When they're ready to communicate, I do feel they will. But the chemistry between you is going to be insane. If you're fighting, use it in chemistry. Go and exercise. Go and do something that is productive. Try to not move into it in a conflicting sense, because what they're showing me here is you also at a personal level do have major, major changes happening in your purpose and your career zone. And a lot of you can be questioning, what do I do from here? Where do I go from here? I feel you're kind of having a revelation that maybe you do need a break. You are coming through with the Ten of Swords also. But again, I feel it's more mental anguish, fear-based frequency. What's happening in the world? Is the career sector going to be okay? Is my purpose in my life and where I stand in my home and family, are they going to be okay? There can be this worry wart energy with letting go, even though, gospelly, the world will continue on even if we weren't here. You know what I mean? This creativity with the crystal, I do feel you're going to have the creative resources to bounce back and to work something out. I'm also being shown don't give up. Something that is really large is playing out. But this could go really in your favor. I'm noticing the star on the card, and it's a big vision you have. Whatever this vision is for your life, be it its career, be it its point blank zero, your purpose. I am seeing that this is a large thing. This is a large 360. And I feel you'll be really in gratitude of the fact that you continued. That's what's being shown to me. Financially, I do feel, you could really get to a point where you're feeling that some of your style is outdated. I'm noticing from the Seven of Cups, it's almost like you're looking at your finances, you're trying to get them in order. You could be in the worry wart energy. Is this going to go wrong? Is that going to go wrong? Try and step back from it. Because very separately, what I am seeing is you guys could be kind of creating or attracting multiple streams of income. Now, this could be, not putting all your eggs in one basket. That's one thing they're saying. Because, again, I do see this as a positive thing, but you're trying to dot your I's and cross your T's. However you're dealing with this circumstance, what you're actually not seeing is you're impressing somebody. Now, this can be impressing a superior. This can be impressing a romantic interest. You're none the wiser of this. How you see yourself in life is, wow, I got smacked down and I'm bouncing back up again. But what I'm actually seeing is, number one is you are doing this ending and new beginning with absolute grace, okay? Because how you're showing up, like you may be in the midst of what you're not seeing is you're well and truly capable. And you're really showing people how it's done. But you're going to also, there could be a point where some of these creative ideas, both with romance, your purpose, what's your part in a situation, you may be looking at it and kind of feeling like everything's everywhere. Everything's messy. It's a little bit like OCD coming out. And I feel if you let go and you step back, but keep organized within your circle of concern, I do feel it's going to ease up. The Ten of Swords is the mindset, overactive energy where it comes to beliefs to do with love. So, stability, your contracts, your love life. Lots of reflection. Something old is coming back to you. And I do feel you're going to be able to fine tune it over the next 6 months. But I also feel this love life, this loving connection, I do feel for some of you, it's actually coming back into balance. And there can be some plans, but there's definitely challenges. But I am seeing you're going to find, the both of you, solutions to this challenge. Those of you that are single, I'm also feeling you're going to have multiple opportunities. But you're really going to be gauging, what is for you. Do you want to go into a relationship? Are you ready to go into a relationship? What would that look like? And again, I feel you're in that Ten of Swords energy where it comes to that. But I do feel this is moving. And I'm pretty sure by mid-month when we do recheck in on this, I do feel this energy is changing. Now, I'm guided to read from the book with this Seven of Wands because when I was reading it, I felt there was additional energy. Now, number one, I feel it's quite important that maybe you hear it because there's something that's hidden that you're not seeing. And this can be inside yourself, especially because you're going through a transformation and change. I do see particularly there can be major events that are changing and you can feel quite overwhelmed. I'm also getting a message that if there is a case of the X, right, a case of the X, somebody projecting towards you, also in your niche market, your industry, there's jealousy. I definitely feel surrounding your love life, there is jealousy. I don't really feel it's you, Libra. I feel it's like it's a given, you know it. And you're trying to, keep you cool. You're not trying not to babysit anyone. You're like, look, it is what it is. I'm really hearing keep your eye on the goal. You underestimate the person of who you are. Nobody can be you. So envy, rivalry, authenticity, because you walk in your truth. The Seven of Wands portrays a woman marked face emerging from the top of the dunes. The sun is rising behind her. At the bottom of the dunes, rises hands reaching for this woman and her place. They envy her resilience and she exudes colourful rays that fill the sky. Nevertheless, this woman's presence remains strong. Challenges to rattle her. And that's really Libra. I wrote a poem the other day and it was to do with Libra and justice and fairness and balance. And really having this revelation inside of yourselves of the true person and the true divine that you actually are. That you are a very kind, just, fair person. I would not particularly state that Libra is indecisive. I actually do not feel so. Libra is calculated, intuitive, and logical. That unfortunately does trigger other people because you're able to handle adversity and judgment more acutely than some. Okay, the lighter side of the shadow is the Seven of Wands indicates that you are letting others rattle you. You're divine. No competition, Libra. Their opinions or your perception of their judgment leaves you feeling insecure. Now, I don't think this is permanently coming up. This is in the upright. I really do feel, this was the old you. This was the you version of viewing maybe a partnership. It could have been a twin flame path. Could have been your career sector, your family. Like you really are having an unpacking of this. And I do feel this eclipse is suddenly taking all that crap out of your life. And you're like, look, I know who I am. I'm just going to be who I am. And it could trigger people. Okay. So the unseen of what you're not saying is what used to trigger you now is triggering other people. And it's a path of awakening. Which of your qualities are you proud of? Find some visuals that represent your superpower and hang on to them within a prominent place. They will remind you of the unapologetic you. Okay. So it's asking you not to waver from your truth. Yes, these adversities, none of us want to go through them. But the thing is with the orange chakra, endings, new beginnings, it could be your charisma. It might have been, the path that you led up to this day. Whatever that is, it has made you the person you are today. And it's because of that you're going to find your success in all things. Love and light. I'll check in with you mid-month. Take care. If you do want a personal reading, you can go to the link directly below. Otherwise, I'll see you mid-month and for the twin flame updates. Take care.